Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Vatex has announced the release date of the NIMBUS C update, so today's video will be on everything you need to know about the update. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd like to reach 800 subscribers before the 1st April, and with your help that's possible. Let's begin. You'll be able to reach the NIMBUS C by sailing southeast, past Mount Orthrus, and you can return to the Bronze by sailing north. Mount Orthrus will be accessible from both seas because it lines the border. When sailing between these seas, anything you've placed on your deck will be put in your ship's storage. However, if your ship gets sunk, you'll lose all of it. Stay safe. There should be about 6 islands: a wilderness island, the Forest of Masts, Draco's Arch, Shale Reef, Sameria, and another story island. Good news for mages, you now have a basic attack which can be used clicking mouse 1, which lines you up with the other stat builds. Unfortunately, the requirements for all rare spells and techniques have been increased to match our lore strength. There will be one new pirate-themed boss in the NIMBUS C Part 1 update. They will have 2 new weapon drops: Thalassa, a special cutlass, and Plunderers, a set of multi-pistols with an incredible new skill, Gun Draw Power Shot. All the drops have a 1 in 7 chance, and our drop are upgradable to level 210 besides the weapons. Why not? Weapons are now set at their previous minimum levels. Fortunately, this also means that every weapon will now deal as much damage as if it was fully upgraded. Bulk adding and removing has been added. When clicking to add an item to the trade that has an amount over 20, you will be prompted to input the amount you want to add. This prompt also appears when clicking on Added Items to specify the amount you want to remove from the trade. Useful for our marketplace merchants in the community. Regeneration no longer scales with your full health in combat, but rather your health without the defense stat. It has also been increased to 75% of your usual regen rate, instead of 50%. However, out of combat, regeneration is the same as usual. A slew of Arcanium items have been added, and their functionality has been reworked. If you want more information, check out my video on the topic. However, I'd like to add that the magic of the item only changes when it is equipped, and will remain the same in your inventory otherwise. Your collections are safe. The first strength items have also been added. I have also made a video on these, and the same changes apply. Finally, the first vitality items have been added, which have a brand new armor stat: Regeneration. Vitality items can be equipped by any build, but give more or less stats depending on how vitality-focused your build is. You get the full amount of stats from vitality items if your build has at least 33% of its stats into vitality. Alongside regeneration, 2 other new armor stats have been added: Armor Piercing and Resistance. Yes, I do have a video on this as well, so be sure to check it out when you have the time. There is now a badge and title that can be achieved by reaching the epicenter of the Dark Sea. Good news for hunters. Last known locations displayed on wanted and assassination posters will now show the sub-area name if the island is large. For example, it would now say Tiberia Ravenna rather than just Ravenna. This only applies to Ravenna and Sameria. Here's some info about Sameria. It will contain 4 towns and have a large wilderness area, as we've seen already. The name of the capital is Kaitara, and another town is called Amarut. There is a chance of sandstorms spawning. In the Scorching Dunes, a new fishing rod known as the Fishmonger's Rod can be purchased from a vendor at Amarut. Its item chance and lure stats are standard. Rarity chance 20% less than standard, and strength is 25% more than standard. Parts of the Scorching Dunes will damage the player due to the intense heat. In order to counteract this, the players are now able to create fish, mushroom, fish, and mushroom, and disgusting smoothies by using Sumerian ice. These smoothies provide the sun protection effect. There will be no Grand Navy base added to the NIMBUS C in this update, and therefore a temporary jail area has been added to Kaitara. The max level will be 136. This provides 22 new stat points to use. There have been a lot of balance patches. I'm not reading all that, so I'll post it on the screen for you to pause and read. The Nimbus Sea Diver title is obtainable. A new book called The Arcane Chronicles that acts as an in-game lore document. The chance of getting a golden or massive rare tier fish that takes it up to legendary is no longer boosted by the luck effect. All other fish are unaffected. Unfortunately, all scales and potion will be wiped upon release. The lucky, luring, and magnetic enchantment scrolls can no longer be obtained. Rare enchantment scrolls can no longer be obtained from dark sealed chests. Since this shared a drop chance with exotic enchantment scrolls, this means that the rate of finding an exotic enchantment scroll per dark sealed chest is now 16%, instead of roughly 8% like it was before. You no longer gain player kill XP in Elysium. You are now automatically kicked from Elysium servers if you are under the PvP level requirement. Dark Sea Lightning strikes now cap at 33% of the target's max health. Regular items obtained from fishing now have a 50% chance of having the drowned modifier, besides sunken items. Silver and golden chests now have a 1 in 60 chance of giving exotic enchantment scrolls in the Dark Sea. You can now only use reflex dodges once in midair, before having to touch the ground to refresh it. The knockout mechanic that stuns, which is used by certain grabs, has been removed. Paralyzed, frozen, and petrified status effects no longer lock you in place. Instead, they apply a 50% slowness effect, while active and last for 1 second. Finally, magic platforms created on water no longer refresh ground cooldowns or air movement abilities when landed on. That's all for the comprehensive guide to the Nimbus Sea update. If you found it helpful, don't forget to share with your friends, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to keep up with the latest Arcane Odyssey news from across the War Seas. Bye.